Hi, my name is Laura McMaster, and this is my Humanities 101 final project. Tonight I'm going to discuss Sir Gawain and the Green Giant, or the Green Knight. This is my favorite story to read. I definitely have learned some life lessons from this story. I not only found life lessons, but I found the story itself to be enjoyable to read and definitely full of adventure. So I hope you enjoy my interpretation of the story. So the story takes place in Camelot around King Arthur's Round Table during the holiday season. And this green giant enters King Arthur's court and challenges him to this game. And the game is to take an axe and to give that person a blow to the head. And a day and a year later, the other person would reciprocate that challenge. So King Arthur accepts the Green Knight's challenge and takes the Green Knight's axe. And it gets ready for this challenge, gears up for it. He gets pep talks from his close knights, and as the game starts, Sir Gawain steps up and goes, "My king, let me take your place. Let me give this giant a blow to the head." So Sir Gawain actually was the one to sever the giant's head. Where the story gets interesting is the giant takes his body, walks over to his head, picks it up, and the head speaks to Sir Gawain and the king, saying that he will be back 1 year, 1 day later to return the favor. So now Sir Gawain has a year to really build his confidence and really gear up for this next quest that he needs to go on to return the favor or return or to continue playing the game. So that next following November, Sir Gawain starts on his quest, and he goes and he tries to find the Green Temple, which the Green Giant was going to be at. So on his quest, he comes across another castle. Hungry and cold, Sir Gawain asks the ruler of that castle if he could, or keeper, if he could stay there for the night, and he will do anything for that king to repay the favor. So the king basically said, "What's mine is yours. You are more than welcome to stay here. Please utilize whatever you need, and we're happy to have you. Here's our hospitality." So the ruler of this kingdom goes on this hunt with his knights or what have you, and his wife actually goes and tucks Sir Gawain into bed. So the next morning, they get dressed. Sir Gawain goes and continues his quest to find the Green Knight. So finally, Sir Gawain finds the Green Knight, and the knight goes to return the favor and give a blow to Sir Gawain's head. The knight was actually very surprised to see Sir Gawain. He was very to see him stand up for his king and show that he was honorable enough to show up and have the game continue and have a blow be done to his head. So as the giant goes to make his first blow to Sir Gawain's head, Sir Gawain flinches, and the Green Knight goes, "I didn't flinch when you told me, when you went to make that blow to my head. How dare you give a flinch when I go to give you a blow to your head?" And Sir Gawain was kind of like, "Listen, I'm human. I'm a little afraid. I'm so sorry. Let's do it again." So Sir Gawain braces himself and gets ready for this blow to his head, and this time he does not flinch, and the Green Giant's axe stops at Sir Gawain's neck, making a slight cut to his neck, but not going through. And so the Green Giant basically was like, they both were like, Sir Gawain was very surprised that he wasn't dead from this blow. And the knight basically told him, the Green Knight basically told him, like, hey, the blow didn't go through you because you were so honorable, you were honest, you kept your word, you were truthful when I asked you why you flinched, and for that the green axe will not go through your head. So then the story like kind of continues, and I like actually read a little bit further into this story to find out that the Green Giant revealed himself to be the ruler of the other castle, and the ruler of the other castle, and he gives Sir Gawain this like scarf of honor, and Sir Gawain kind of hangs his neck and kind of says like finds himself to be kind of defeated, and he was conquered over, I guess is the best way to say it, because he felt like because he flinched, he didn't deserve to live and keep his head. So now let's like fast forward a little bit further. The Green Giant, the Green Knight, takes Sir Gawain back. He reveals also that that King Arthur's sister was actually the one that hired him to test the loyalty of King Arthur's knights and King Arthur himself to see if any of his knights would actually stand up and defend him. And I think that was really awesome of his sister. So here's my like interpretations of the story and my life lessons that I got out of it. So my first life lesson I got was honor. I feel like you should stand up for your friends. You should stand up for the people that you love and trust. It's very important to build their self-esteem and their confidence up as well. I got that when Sir Gawain stood up for his king, King Arthur, and took his place in this challenge. I also really respected Sir Gawain keeping his word, keeping his honorable, truthful word about finding the Green Knight and letting him return the favor of the blow so that the king can live. And I also found so that was another life lesson, being honorable, keeping your word in life. When you say something, when you say you're going to do something, do it. Make sure you do it for the people that you love and the people around you, because that builds their trust with you, that builds their confidence with you. And I think that's very important, to keep your trust and honor and honesty throughout your life. Another important lesson that I learned was hospitality, being kind to strangers and people, and opening your home to people that are less fortunate than you. And I don't mean like letting a stranger through your front door. I mean, if you see someone on the street that's less fortunate than you, dig in your pockets, give them a little bit of money, give them some food, make sure they have a blanket to keep them warm at night. I find this to be very rewarding, and I definitely enjoyed reading about the hospitality of the other king and his wife towards Sir Gawain, in his quest and his time of need, of tiredness and coldness. And I definitely think that is something to take from this. Being kind to other people. I just feel like it's very important to do so. Another life lesson that I saw was King Arthur's sister, who hired the Green Knight to test his knight's loyalty to him. I found that to be super cool. I am an older sister. I'm very protective of my younger brother and of my older brothers and my sister. I definitely feel like it's important to look out for who, for their sake, who really has their best interest at heart and who does not. And I definitely feel like if a person doesn't have your siblings' best interest at heart, then there's no reason to have them around them and to let them know that they don't have their best interest at heart. And I definitely find that to be very rewarding as a sister, to be able to protect my siblings and let them know when something doesn't feel right to me. So I definitely feel like this story was very interesting, very fun to read. I get very excited talking about it. I think all of you should definitely pick it up, read it, and leave some comments and let me know what you think. So I hope you have a great night, and thank you so much for letting me share my interpretation of the story. Bye-bye.